everyone, my name is Heather Prahler. I'm going to be here giving my informative speech on crochet. So at the end of the speech, I'm really hoping that I've described crochet in a way that makes it informative so you understand what tools you need, a little bit about the history, and the different types of yarn and how to understand what you need to get in order to start a project. So let me start by saying crochet is not really hard once you learn the basics. I've been crocheting myself for about 15 years. I've taught family, friends, taught small groups of people in small classes how to crochet. I've completed multiple projects. This right here is a queen size blanket I finished for my husband. I do baby blankets, I do clothing, car seat covers, basically you name it, you can make it using crochet, a pattern. Some people even without. I've made stuffed animals for my children. My son loves Pokemon, so I made him one. I've made unicorns, I've made ponchos, you name it. So really, crochet began turning up in European history as early as the 1800s. Before that, it's been called different things. Nun's lace, because most of the time nuns were crocheting or an approximation of crochet. But really in the 1800s in England, it really became solidified as crochet, as solid documentation. And it continued to be passed down in families since then. So it allowed the Irish, during the potato famine from, I believe it was 1845 to 1850, to survive. Women would, in between chores, be able to crochet because it's portable, and then would in turn be able to store it in their houses, which were often basically hovels with dirt floors. So they would be able to store it under the bed to keep it safe. If it got dirty, no problem. They would be able to wash it, return it back to its pristine condition, and sell it. So they made delicate collars, cuffs, and it looked really lacy. So that allowed them to survive, which is really interesting. So let's go back into what you need to crochet. So crochet is done with one hook. It's done keeping one stitch, they're called stitches each one, active at a time. It's a little bit easier than knitting, which keeps all of them on your needle, which keeps all of them on your needle alive at the same time, meaning that you have to make sure you don't drop any of them, otherwise you drop a stitch, your whole piece can come unraveled. Crochet is easier because each time you're doing loop or creating a knot, what you're doing each time is you're working on one stitch at a time. So start with a crochet hook. If you look here, let's see, can you see it? Hopefully. They come in different sizes, usually with a letter and then a certain millimeter. I have plenty different kinds, some with fun handles. I have some with handles and paddings that's metal. This one's plastic with a cute design. Again, solid plastic, no handle. Another metal with a softer ergonomic grip. Down to regular plain metal, which are the ones I usually prefer. They're a little bit sturdier for me. And then you also need yarn. So I'm not going to go into it, but yarn comes in a plethora of different sizes, everything from the tiniest string to the big fat bulky yarn. And how you would be able to tell while crocheting what you need is if you look on the label right here, you can see this is the weight of the yarn. So this is the size, it's a bulkier yarn. You would use this size hook to crochet. They also give you knitting, but this is the one you would need to worry about. So for this, they would suggest a 6.5 millimeter hook, or a K10.5, which you would be able to find, once again, right, oh, my hand's in the way, sorry guys, right here. So this one's an N15, it's too big, but I digress. So, crochet, it's really not the fabric itself, it's the process, which is literally creating fabric by interlocking loops of yarn, thread, or strands of other material, using a hook. Literally came from the French word meaning small hook. So, sorry. If I were to show you, these hooks create loops, and in each loop you turn around and create another loop. But in doing that, I joined it. Then I would chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and create another intricate knot by going over, hooking the yarn, and pulling it through different loops to create a stitch. Whoop, my apologies again, sorry guys. Remodeling since we have a new baby on the way. So now that I've discussed what you need and the materials, What crochet basically is, I'm not going to go into the different types of stitches because if I did, we would be here for hours. I could, if anybody's interested, maybe hop on and set something up and teach you that if you were really, really interested. But there are benefits to learning how to crochet. So, like I said before, recovering from crochet is easier. There's fewer mistakes because there's only one live stitch at a time. It's cost effective. A skein of yarn can run anywhere from $1.99 upward, and hooks usually start around $1.79 to $2.99. It's really portable. You could throw it in a bag and take it anywhere. It's a really inexpensive way to make gifts, accessories, clothing, and as well as being really, really beneficial to your health. Doctors have proven that it reduces anxiety, stress, increases the toneness of your eyes and your hands, as well as it staves off Alzheimer's because of you're using your constant memory. But anyways, by now, I'm hoping with this speech, you're going to understand at least some of the basics of crochet, of where to start, and the benefits of this activity. It's cheap, it's easy to learn. It affords the crocheter many benefits. Like I said, stress relief, using your hands, toning them, improving memory, as well as it's a quick way to make a lasting gift for a lifetime. My hope is that in the future you begin to really think about possibly picking it up, trying it for yourself. There's a lot of our soldiers overseas, both men and women, that have started. And I hope now you just understand the benefits. Thank you.